Okay, hello all. In this video, we will do something that the terms that with two terms times two terms, or even we will have two terms times three terms for the next teaching example and the quick practice. So what can we do that we will make some revision about the last lesson that we have. So we have 5a minus 6 times 2a plus 3. So let's have some warm-up first. 5a minus 6 times 2a plus 3. So let's do it in 4 steps. Okay, first of all, we have the first arrow. This is 5a times 2a. So we can say 5a times 2a. The second arrow, we have 5a plus 3. So this is plus 5a times 3. The third arrow is negative 6 times 2a. And the final one is negative 6 times 3 plus 3. Okay, so we have these 4 things. So finally, we have the answer is equal to 10a squared plus 15a minus 12a minus 18. So you have 4 things, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the final one's answer is 10a squared plus 3a minus 18. So you can solve the problem like this. This is part A. And for part B, we also do the same thing once again. 4q squared. You know that directly this one is equal to 9p plus 4q times 9p plus 4q. You can see I will write 9 and q like this. Although you can say that, Mr. Tam, the q is here. Why don't you use the one that like this? Because I want to make the distinguish between 9 and q so that I will not get it wrong as 81 for some time. So why don't we draw the arrow first? This one is the first arrow. 9p squared. So we have 9p times 9p, and then we have 9p times 4q. We have 4q times 9p, and finally we have 4q times 4q. So we have something like this first. And finally, we get this one is called the 81p squared plus 36pq plus 36pq. And finally, this is 16q squared. So we solve the problem like this. And so that we can add them together. 81p squared, just copy it. And these two can be added together. This is 72pq. And finally, this one is 16q squared. Okay, we finished these 2 questions. Okay, now let's do it by yourself for the quick practice 12.12. The other question for part A and part B. I'll give you 1 second to do the. Also, not 1 second, it's not possible. I'll give you 1 minute to do these questions. Okay, now, so it's your time. Okay, now I will tell you the answer directly. For this one, the answer is 6x squared minus 17x plus 10. Okay, this is the part A. And for part B, the answer is 9a squared minus 12ab plus 4b squared. You can say that Mr. Tam can do it directly because I do many questions like this, and even for part B, we will remember it in form 2. I will have formula to remember it. It's much quicker, so it's a good way for you to remember some formula. Okay, now let's do the last example, 12.13. So before that, I will give you 5 seconds to look at the answer. Okay, now we will go to the teaching example 12.13. So this is the most difficult one because I never discussed in the last video. That is that we have 2 terms times 3 terms. So this is teaching example. So let's look at this. Find the product. Product means 積, you know that. For 2a squared minus 3a minus 5 and 4 minus 3a squared. That means we're going to times together. 2a squared minus 3a minus 5 times 4 minus 3a squared. Okay, so you're going to do something that we are going to arrange that term in descending power. So okay, we need to draw some arrows to solve the problem like this once again. So what can we do? First of all, we will make them as block first. So we have 1, 2, 3 block. We have 1, 2a squared is one block. The second block, you know, is 3, negative 3a, include the negative side. The last block is negative 5 with the green one. So we have this one is the last block, negative 5. We have 3 block. Next, we will bracket them. This is 4. This is the first block. The third one is the negative 3a squared, the second block. Okay, now we will times them one by one. First of all, this time we have 2 things. I think that from starting from 2 terms is much easier. So this one, the first row I'm going to calculate is that 4 times 2a squared. So I write it down. 4 times 2a squared. This is the first term. Okay, I move it a little bit lower. The second one, plus, once again, I will use the 4 times negative 3a. So 4 times negative 3a. The third one, I will use the 4 times negative 5. 4 times negative 5. So we use the 4 times everything for this one. And then what we do is that we use the negative 3 squared times these 3 once again. So the first one I will times is negative 3a squared times negative times 2a squared. Negative 3a squared times 2a squared. This is the first arrow. The next arrow is negative 3a squared times negative 3a plus negative 3a squared times negative 3a. And finally, the last arrow is that negative 3a squared times negative 5. So plus negative 3a squared times negative 5. So you will see there are 6 terms of them. So I will multiply them all together because we have 3 blocks here, we have 2 blocks here, so that means totally 3 times 2, there's 6 blocks here. So we can times them all together and we have the formula like this. A little bit long, but it's possible for you to do it, okay? It's possible for you to do it. Okay, now let's do it one by one. This one is 8a squared. This one is negative 12a. This one is negative 20 for the first 3. This one, negative 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, but with a with the power 4, the highest power degree. So this one is negative 3a squared minus 3a, that is plus 9a cubed. And the last one is minus plus 15a squared, because minus and minus we get positive. So look at these 6 terms. You will see only one of them, 8a squared and 15a squared are like terms and can be added together. So the other one will be copy, is okay. So descending, that means we will use the a with the highest power first. So the first one, negative 6a with the power 4 is the first one. Second one will be plus 9a cubed. The third one will be 8a squared plus 15a squared. So this one is 23a squared. And the next one is negative 12a, the fourth one. And finally, no a is 20. We must copy it also. So this is the final answer for the product of these 2. And now it's your turn. You are going to do the question here for the quick practice 12 from 1-3 and do it by yourself. And I'll show you the answer finally. So please follow the step you used here. So I hope you all know how to do this. Okay, in 1 minute. Okay, now the answer for this question, quick practice 12 from I will show here. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video. Now the answer is negative 15z cubed. This is the greatest one with the power of 3 plus 23z squared. Okay, z, okay. And then next is 2z. The last one is negative 8. So this is the final answer for correct practice 12.13. So for doing the multiplication of polynomial, Mr. Tan will suggest you do it one by one. Every time you draw one arrow and write down the answer, so that you will not miss one out and you will not overlap and copy one again and again and again. So this is the right way to do this question. This kind of question, I can say that. So thanks for watching in this video, and I hope you all know how to do the question in chapter 12. So this is the end of chapter 12, and we will go to the last one, but the most difficult one question in Form 1, that is chapter 10. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.